Do you feel the vibes?
What's up YouTube? Mustang 314 here. In front of me you can see this stack of Harbor Freight tools. I've actually owned these for probably a couple of years. Some of them I've only used a little bit, some of them I've used a lot. I'm going to go through them and say what I like and what I don't like about them. Alright, first up we got the Harbor Freight Sawzall. It's pretty neat. It can swivel like this. I think it's a phenomenal deal for $17. It seems to be a little slow and a little weak, but you can swivel the handle any way you want. It says there's 5 positions. It's very easy to switch blades. You just kind of twist that, stick the blade in, and let go. So it's a pretty great deal for $17.99. Alright, there's C-clamps. I've heard some people say they broke them. I use this one to squeeze my brake calipers back down. It was like $4. The cheapest one I could find anywhere else, the places I checked, were like $20. So I think that's also a great deal. Unfortunately, it's made in China, so we all know how that goes. It has no problems turning, hasn't got any rust, anything like that. I think it was a good deal. The click type torque wrench from Pittsburgh Pro. I believe this is the 3/8 one. It seems pretty accurate. I bought some from the auto parts store, new. I don't remember which brand it is, but they seem to work. So if you're a close enough kind of person, these torque wrenches are pretty good. I would say it's probably about maybe a pound off, maybe 2. So you just gotta, if it clicks and you're just making sure you got it tight enough. Not everything's that important, but if you're real worried about certain things, I would say just get a different one. This is the Chicago Electric Red Body Dremel. I've had great success with this. It's been nothing but great to me. I use it with wire wheels a lot to clean rust off brake parts or whatever else is rusty, whatever I'm trying to use it. The included cut-off disc and stuff, they're all garbage. But as far as the tool itself goes, it's pretty powerful, and it's about half the price of an actual name brand Dremel. Comes with all kinds of accessories. None of them were really that good, but yeah, it was a pretty decent deal. And then it comes with a case. A lot of people don't think about that when they buy something, but having a case to keep something in is pretty handy. I believe this is the hand vacuum pump. It works pretty good. But my only complaint about this whole set is all these accessories, like this fluid reservoir if you're bleeding brakes. It's all very cheap feeling. While it does work, it just feels like it might break. This tubing also, if you buy this and you go to bleed your brakes, which is much easier by yourself because you can just pump this up and you crack the valve and it'll suck the juice out. It doesn't fit on the barb very well, so you have to kind of put a little grease on it. I want to say it was like bearing grease or something, just a lot of grease on there to make the seal, and it will suck it right out of there. I would say it's probably a great deal considering it was 15 bucks and it's reusable. I know they sell some at like Napa and places like that you need 2 people to do it because they got to pump up the brakes, but with this I didn't have to. Alright, moving on. Alright, this is the Chicago Electric Welding 180 watt industrial soldering gun. This thing was awesome when I first got it. It actually quit working just kind of suddenly. Big shocker, right? This guy don't belong in there. I just stuck him in there. I mean, it was like you hold the trigger for 3 seconds and it was hot and you could solder immediately. Like the small ones, I think I might have got this from Harbor Freight too. It might have been $3. You had to plug these in and you had to wait. You know, you had to wait like 5 minutes before they're hot enough. This was seriously like 3 to 5 seconds and you were soldering. You know, it came with a cool case, some different heads, some solder, some flux. It came with all kinds of stuff. And I would say it was like probably 25 bucks. I would probably buy it again to give it a try again and see if I don't get a better one. Maybe this one can be fixed. I'm not real sure. I haven't really needed it. The only soldering I've done here recently, I used a small guy, and it wasn't even this one. Apparently I have about 5. Alright, and the last thing I have for you today. Actually, this isn't the last thing. Second to last thing is the half-inch electric impact wrench. I've actually used this to take off wheels, a lot of rusted bolts in the undercarriage of my car, on the rear control arms, and things like that. I'm going to pull it out. It's quite beat up. It's been in the box for about a year since I got better battery operated ones. It's really heavy, forward and backwards. As you can see, it's a little beat up. It's quite powerful. I see a lot of plastic parts in there, so I don't know how long it would actually last if you used it every day. But for the, you know, the weekend warrior or someone that does stuff not that often, I feel like it'd last probably a long time. I had no problem pulling off lug nuts. I would say if it was on a truck or somewhere where they're really torqued down, it maybe not take them off. But for the car, it zipped them right off, zipped them right back on. Took off spindle bolts, anywhere I could fit it, I used it. And unfortunately, it's pretty big. It's probably over a foot long, so you'd have to have pretty big clearance wherever you use it at, or use wobbles or something. But otherwise, I think it's a great deal. You can find it on sale for $30. It's quite powerful. And like I said, it takes wheels off, makes rotating your tires very quick. But I don't like to use it on my wheels anymore because it mars up my lug nuts, and I like my lug nuts. All right. Alright, here's the last thing I have for you today. This is the mechanic stool from Harbor Freight. It's pretty much identical to this Jegs one. They're almost the same height. The Jegs one's just a little bit taller. I was kind of disappointed at first because the Jegs one, I thought it cost more. But looking back, it came with a creeper and it was only like $55. So it was actually probably a little cheaper than Harbor Freight one if I bought it with a creeper. But the one from Harbor Freight, I think it's normally 25 bucks. I think you can get it on sale for like 18 and stuff. My original plan was to rob it of its wheels, and I have another Jegs one that needs wheels. But I think I'm just going to leave it alone. The Jegs one is a little more comfortable. It's a little softer. This one feels like it's hard, like it has cardboard. Like this one, I don't know. It's hard to explain through the internet here. But overall, I think it's a decent deal. I haven't found any negatives with it. It rolls real well on the garage floor. And it seems to be a decent quality. I haven't used it for very long. I've only had it for a few months and only used it a couple times. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you don't mind subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you around.